In a move that's sure to spark heated debate, Sir Keir Starmer is set to unveil plans for a nationwide digital ID system in the UK, marking a significant shift in how the government verifies identity and tackles illegal immigration. But here's where it gets controversial. While proponents argue it's a modern solution to age-old problems, critics fear it could erode civil liberties and disproportionately affect vulnerable groups. And this is the part most people miss. The scheme isn't just about immigration. It's also being touted as a way to streamline access to public services, from healthcare to voting. Scheduled for announcement in a speech this Friday, the digital ID proposal aims to crack down on illegal working and modernize state operations, according to senior government officials. However, the devil is in the details, or rather, in the consultation process that will determine how the scheme will work for those without smartphones or passports. This isn't the first time such an idea has been floated. The previous Labour government's attempt to introduce ID cards was famously blocked by the Conservative Liberal Democrat coalition. Yet, Sir Keir insists that the conversation has evolved. We're carrying more digital ID now than ever before, he recently noted, suggesting that public attitudes have shifted alongside technological advancements. But is this really a step forward, or a slippery slope toward greater surveillance? Reports indicate the system would cross-reference individuals' IDs against a central database to verify their right to live and work in the UK. While online verification options have existed since 2022 for some, this new scheme would expand that framework significantly. Notably, Labour's 2023 election manifesto made no mention of such a plan, and the government previously dismissed a similar proposal from former Prime Minister Sir Tony Blair. Yet, with mounting pressure to address illegal migration, ministers have begun championing the idea with renewed vigour. Cabinet Office Minister Pat McFadden has highlighted the scheme's potential to improve access to government services, pointing to Estonia as a model where digital IDs are used for everything from medical records to banking. However, not everyone is convinced. Conservative leader Kemi Badenoch called the proposal a desperate gimmick, accusing Labour of trying to divert attention from internal leadership tensions. Reform UK went further, labelling it a cynical ploy that would do little to deter illegal immigration while infringing on the freedoms of law-abiding citizens. The Liberal Democrats, who helped block the last ID card initiative, remain staunchly opposed, arguing that mandatory digital IDs could criminalize those unable or unwilling to comply. Could this be an affront to civil liberties, or a necessary tool for a modern state? Former Labour leader Jeremy Corbyn, soon to launch a new left-wing party, has already branded the scheme an attack on personal freedoms. Meanwhile, employers who currently rely on physical documents or certified digital services to verify work eligibility may face a new layer of complexity. The government's phased transition to online-only e-visas for foreign residents suggests a broader push toward digital verification, but concerns about data errors and system failures, highlighted by groups like the Open Rights Group, loom large. In his Friday speech, Sir Keir will also address the toxic polarization surrounding immigration, particularly following far-right protests outside asylum hotels this summer. He'll contrast what he calls the politics of predatory grievance with a vision of patriotic renewal, warning of the dangers of extremist rhetoric. Yet he'll also defend his government's tough stance on immigration, arguing that unchecked illegal entry undermines fair wages and exploits vulnerable workers. Every nation must control its borders, he'll assert, while rejecting Reform UK's toxic approach as superficial and ineffective. Is this the balanced solution the UK needs, or a risky overreach? As the debate heats up, one thing is clear: digital IDs are no silver bullet. But in a world increasingly reliant on technology, the question remains, how do we modernize governance without sacrificing the freedoms we hold dear? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Do you see digital IDs as a step toward efficiency or a threat to privacy? The conversation is just getting started.